let us see exercise 9.1 second question. Here what is the second question given here? The blood groups of 36 students of 9th class are recorded as follows. Here the blood groups of 36 students are recorded as down. Now based on this data you need to form the frequency distribution table. So now let us draw here, and after that what they ask here, what is the most common and what is the rarest blood group among these students. So after writing the table in a tabular form, you will come to know. This is nothing but we are interpreting and we are analyzing the data, right? So let us see here the second question. Here what is given? The blood groups of 36 students of 9th class, they have given here like this, which is A, B, O, again A, B, O, B, A, O, and the next one they have given as O, B, A, again A, B, O, okay. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12 columns there we got it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, this is the data they have given here, which is the blood groups of 36 students of 9th class. Now you need to write this one in the form of the tabular form. So let us see how to write this one in the form of the tabular form. So again you need to draw here in the form of the table. So let us draw here one table. So here what is the data they have given, which is nothing but the blood group, right? So the first column will be the blood group. And how many students are there who is having that blood group, you need to write in the second column. That one will become the frequency. So write it this one as the frequency, or you can write it as the number of students. Anything you can write it. So let us see here. How many blood groups you can observe here? A is there, right? O is there, B is there, AB is there, right? These are the blood groups are there. You can observe here. A is there, B is there, AB is there, and O is there. Now you need to find how many persons are there who is having the blood group A. Let us count it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? 10 students are there who is having the blood group which is A. Now let us count O. How many students are there who is having the blood group which is O? Let us count it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 students are there who is having the blood group O. Now let us see here how many students are there who is having the blood group which is B. Now find how many B's are there in this data. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and after that 8, 9. 9 students are there who is having the blood group which is B. Now let us check it here AB. How many are there? So let us see here 1 and here 2. 2 students are there. Here if you want to check, you can see it here. They have given here the large data, right? So while counting you may miss one person's blood group. So if you want to check whether it is correct or not, what we need to do, in the given question they have given here how many students are there here. Total 36 students are there. So here these are nothing but the number of students. right? So if you add these values, you have to get 36. If you are getting 36, that means we have included every student blood group here. Otherwise, we may forget and we can check it here. Let us see whether you are getting the total as 36 or not. Just count it here. What you are getting here, which is 9 plus 2, which is 11. 11 plus 5, which is 16. So 6, and here 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1, which gives you 3. And the 36 students are there. It is valid based on the question. Like this, you need to draw here the frequency distribution table. And the next one, you have to write it here, the tally marks. So how to write the tally marks? We are writing the tally marks based on one pattern by taking the vertical lines. So 5 lines we are taking at once. So let us see here how to draw here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like that you need to consider. The next one 15. So write it here 5, 10, 15. Now go for the next one. You need to draw here 9 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now let us go for the next one, which is 2. Now from this question is not completed. Here based on the data we have drawn here the frequency distribution table. And after that here what is the question given here? What is the most common blood group? Most common blood group means maximum number of students who is having the same blood group. That is nothing but the most common blood group, right? Here that means you need to find the maximum value. So here who got O, right? Here you know you can consider here based on this data. You can observe here 15 is the largest number. So here 15 students are having the blood group O. So we can say that O is the most common blood group, right? And the next one what they asked here, which is the rarest blood group. That means only less number of students are there who is having the blood group. That means you need to find what is the smallest number. So here among this what is the smallest number, which is 2. So what is the rarest blood group in this data, which is AB. Now writing that one clearly from the frequency distribution table. So you can write it here the most common blood group. So clearly 15 students are having the O. So we can say that the most common blood group is O. Now let us write it here, the rarest blood group. Is AB. Because only 2 students are there who is having the blood group AB. Like that you need to represent the frequency distribution table. If you have given any data, based on the data you need to write the data in the form of the tabular form. After that, after writing the data in the tabular form, you can analyze in the question what they have given so that you can find the answer. Now let us go for the next question. Third question. Okay, what is the third question given here? 3 coins were tossed 30 times simultaneously, and each time the number of heads occurring was noted down as follows. Prepare a frequency distribution table for the data given above. Now here what they are saying here, 3 coins are tossed simultaneously. How many times they tossed here? 30 times. That means here, let us suppose these are the coins. 1, 2, 3. Let us suppose these are the 1 rupee coins. Okay. If 3 coins are tossed simultaneously, that means you know that if you toss a coin, either you will get a head or either you will get a tail. Only two possibilities are there if you toss a coin. Either if you toss a coin If three coins, what they have said here, if three coins are tossed simultaneously, that means if you toss it at the same time, if the three coins are tossed at the same time, what you can observe here, you may get all the coins as head. This is one possibility, right? Again, you may get these two coins as head and one coin as tail, right? You may not get you may get here all the coins as the head. So many possibilities will be there here in the question. But what is the question given here? If three coins were tossed simultaneously, each time the number of heads counting. So here they are counting only the number of heads, not the number of tails. Suppose if I toss these three coins once, suppose I got like this, head, head, head. Again I have tossed the coin, again I got it here, head, head, head. So in the question, how many times we got it here? The head 3 times, right? So you can write it here 3. The number of heads. Suppose again I have tossed the coin again, so that I got it here head, head, tail. So that if suppose only this data is given, if I ask how many times I am getting the head 2, right? Here you can observe that only one time, right? This is the one. And after that you may get here, if you consider the next one, suppose you are getting all the coins as tails. So what is the number of heads here, which is 0, right? Here the number of heads which is 2 and here the number of heads which is 3, because 3 times you are getting here 3, and the number of heads in this case which is 2 and the number of heads in this case which is 0, because you are getting all the points as the tails. So here they have already given the information. Let us write that information here. Here how many times the coin were tossed? 30 times. This is nothing but after drawing the frequency distribution table, you need to calculate the sum of the frequencies so that you will have to get the answer as 30. Let us see here. Each time the number of heads occurring was noted. What we got it here, which is 1, 2, 3, and the next one which is 2, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 1, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 2, 1, 0. Okay. Here, this is the data they have given here. Based on this data, you need to form the frequency distribution table. Let us draw here one table. So, in what basis we are drawing this one? To find the number of heads, right? So, the first one will be the number of heads. The second column will be the frequency, because how many times the number of heads are repeating, that one will become the frequency. So the next column will become the frequency. So here let us see what are the numbers we can consider. Here 1 is there, and here 2 is there, and 3 is also there, and here 0 is there. Now let us see here 1 is appearing how many times in this data. Let us count that one. Right? Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 times you are getting only one head. Now let us see here how many times you are getting 2 heads. Right? Let us count it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again you are getting here 10. Now let us see here how many times you are getting 3 coins as heads. So let us see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times you are getting. Now let us check here, that means if the coins are tossed simultaneously 3 times, you are not getting any head, which is nothing but 0. So let us see here how many zeros are there in this data. 1, and here in the second one 2, 3 times. So here this is what we have written based on the data. Now again, if you want to check whether we may forget any of the data, you need to find the number of this one. Since here how many times the coin was tossed? 30 times. So you need to get here the answer as 30. Let us see here whether we are getting 30 or not. Right? 7 plus 3, which is 10, 0, 1, 1 plus 1 plus 1, which gives you here 30. Now you need to write the tally marks.